When you think servers, you probably don't think gaming and fun. You probably think boring office environment, but the Toasty Bros are gonna put their own spin on servers.
We're gonna make a gaming PC rack mountable server inside a 2U case, which looks like a lot of fun, and it's a new thing here for the Toasty Bros, but we're building it for a specific purpose, and we'll talk about that after a word from today's sponsor.
Sama and their A60 series of air cooler featuring a 6 heat pipe dual tower dual 120mm fan design in a wide range of different styles to fit your bill. From an all black design to all white and even an ARGB focused cooler, along with supporting TDPs up to 265 watts to cool even the most powerful CPUs on the market, along with a 3-year warranty, giving you peace of mind. You know, here at the Toasty Bros, we love price to performance, and air coolers deliver some of the best value when building your next PC, and Sama delivers that with not just a very powerful air cooler, but one with clean aesthetics to match. Big thanks again to Sama for sponsoring today's video. Let me know which one of these coolers is your favorite down below, and let's get right back to the video.
So what we have here is a bunch of pretty normal gaming PC parts, with the exception of the case and the graphics card. This thing's gonna be really cool, really fun to build in, and it's gonna be actually mounted inside of our server rack that we have here at Toasty Bros PC Bros HQ, where we have like some switches, some Ubiquiti stuff, and a lot of really cool things, and we're trying to get better. We're trying to get more into networking, more into security, and more into just optimization, and we've been having a problem here at the Toasty Bros HQ where we're downloading so many freaking games. I'm talking probably like a petabyte of freaking games by now, and we need to be able to condense them and just locally download, and also maybe even render to another spot as well.
So basically we're making somewhat of a general purpose server, which I will say, just getting it out of the way, we're not installing any server operating system with VMs baked in right now. We're just going plain old Windows 11. And the main reason we're doing that is because, well, this is an entry level thing. And for the two things we're doing, the Steam caching server, which is the idea of having one centralized PC with all your Steam games installed that are constantly getting updates, and then when you try to download on another system on the same network, it's basically pulling from that server instead of going to the internet for it, saving a lot of internet bandwidth. We really only need Windows 11 to do that. And then the other thing, again, since we're building this with such decent hardware, GPU like a 5060, and we have a Ryzen 5 CPU, we can use it as a rendering farm as well for going out of Premiere Pro. When we render our YouTube videos, our main video editing workstation won't be bogged down with a render while we're waiting for it to go. But before we dive into all the parts of this build, I gotta give a shout out to Newegg. They didn't sponsor this video, but they helped out with the project. All this stuff, minus the case, was sent over by Newegg, and if you guys want to build a gaming PC or a rack mount PC or really anything, you should go to Newegg and look for the PC parts. Links down below are fill links, they will help us out. So thanks again to Newegg for making this possible, but this build is not gonna have a specific price tag. This has been a project we planned for a couple months. Stuff is in now stock. RAM pricing is way more expensive than it was when I originally planned this. I would say, if a rough guess, we're probably looking at about $1,300 for this build because, well, the storage is quite crazy, and we'll show you guys more about that in a minute. But $1,300 for this project, and you guys at home can copy this exactly, or if you want to do your own rack-mounted PC, this will kind of be the blueprint for that. So let's go over the parts.
So kicking things off, we got the Ryzen 5 7600. This is the 6-core 12-thread, and we got the non-X, which will actually keep this build a lot cooler without sacrificing much performance. So pretty low TDP, but that really doesn't matter because we got a pretty beefy power supply. Now, speaking of keeping the power consumption low and the heating and cooling pretty good, we actually got an aftermarket cooler, because this one does come with one that would probably be sufficient, but just to make sure this thing runs extra cool and extra quiet, we got the ID Cooling IS67 XT in black. I'm excited for this because every time I think of these server builds, especially like with all the fans in the front, they're so loud. I think this thing we can make pretty whisper quiet. Now for the motherboard, nothing special. We went with the MicroATX board. This is the ASRock B650M Pro RS with Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi and Bluetooth could come in handy with this. I'm not really sure yet. We'll find out once we actually start using it. But of course it's DDR5 RAM, and it's a pretty nice board actually. I mean, we got 4 RAM slots, we got 2 4-pins for the CPU. Another cool thing about this board is that it has 2.5 gigabit on the LAN port. So that's gonna be important. We wanna transfer our stuff fast. Now for RAM, this stuff's gold right now. This was sent before the shortages, the rougher time. So this is the Teamgroup T-Crate, 32 gigs, 6000 megahertz. This was budget RAM. This stuff was like 85 to 90 bucks, and now it's probably what, like 170, 180, if you can even find it. All the budget brands are just gone at this point, so get this while you can, kids. Now Matt called this drive a Big John, and he is correct because this is an 8 terabyte NVMe. I think that's as big as they come. I don't think you can even get large. Maybe you can, but it's probably like 10 grand. But this right here is the WD Black SN850X. We use the SN850X all the time, but we've never used an 8 terabyte. It's Gen 4, and look at the speed. It's it's almost Gen 5 speed. So yeah, this thing's gonna be crazy inside of here.
Do you wanna know the current price of this drive? Take a guess.
Well, then SSDs have gone up too.
Yeah.
$450.
$639.
$639 right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Newegg.
Now for the graphics card, because this is a 2U case we'll talk about here in a second, we had to go with a low profile option, and really the best one that's in the normal market where you can buy it without going into the workstation level or quadro level GPUs is this Gigabyte low profile RTX 5060. I mean, look at this thing. It has 3 fans, but it's low profile. Again, the bracket is the normal one, so we'll have to swap this bracket off when we install it, but it's so cool. It requires 8-pin power. It is the normal 5060 we know and love. Get the NVENC encoder, all the other gaming features that NVIDIA offers, and it goes inside a case this big. Normally, we don't really recommend these low profile cards for anything else, but for rack mounted builds, they're absolutely awesome and excited to see how it pairs with our CPU. Now, thanks to Newegg, I actually think I requested an 850 watt power supply before and they sent a 1000 watt. We'll take it for this build. We have this Mag A1000GL from MSI, PCI 5.0 power supply. With the hardware we have right here, we don't need all this power, but you know, in the future with upgrades, we could plop in a better low profile GPU. Actually, I don't even know if we'd ever get to the point with this rack that we'd actually utilize 1000 watts, but we have it. So you guys can save money and not have to follow this, but there are a lot of different options to go with. MSI has these in a wide range of different wattages and they're all great options depending on what you're doing. And for this build, it'll work out. Hey guys, look at my rack. Just kidding, this rack mounted case right here from RackChoice. This is a 2U case, which again, if you guys don't know server terms, 2U means it's what's 1U?
I think it's a unit, right?
1 unit. So I guess it's just how many on a normal rack it takes up. This one takes up 2 slots. It's a very basic term. Again, we're the Toasty Bros here. But again, with this 2U, we can fit a MicroATX motherboard. I will say this thing was about $109. A little pricey, but what you get on the inside is actually pretty impressive. So you get these 4 fans that we are going to be replacing because these things are going to be loud. Look at the Molex connector. You already know those things are going to sound like a server. We don't want that. I will say the tooling and some of the reviews people were saying the metal is a little like sharp around the edges.
I already noticed that.
Yeah, there's definitely some spots where you want to be careful where they definitely cut some corners. Normally server racks like this are a bit expensive, so getting one for $100 is actually a pretty decent deal. You put the MicroATX board right here, you put your power supply right here, and your graphics card gets installed and we're good to go. But because we're the Toasty Bros and we have to make things look gaming focused, we bought some fans. Specifically, these Thermalright fans, which are 92 mil ARGB fans. Now, they're 92 mil, which I was doing some research. This case says it has 90 mil fans in it. I feel like it's gonna fit. We'll find out. There really aren't any 90 mil RGB fans you can get. So if I was gonna do this, I had to get these 92 mil, which I'm assuming Thermalright is just kind of rounding up a little bit because the fan might be a little bigger on the outside. We'll find out. It's either gonna have RGB in it or it's not, you know? Sue me. We're gonna figure it out and put it all together, and then we're gonna get Windows installed, do some normal game testing on it so you guys can see temperatures and everything, and then we'll deploy this with everything installed once we let a bunch of games download overnight, take up all our internet bandwidth, and we'll see if this thing actually works to wrap the video up. So remember those fans we were talking about? There's no fans in the build currently because, well, we were wrong in the fact that these aren't 90 mil, those fans are 92. They're actually 80 mil fans, so that was my fault there. Really, even if they were 90 or 92, those Thermalright ones are not gonna work. So we did buy other Thermalright fans, just keep it running, that are actually 80 mil fans, but they're not RGB, which is kind of disappointing, but they will be quieter and have better longevity than those guys over there that are just sitting off to the side. So we are ordering those. We're just gonna not stop the whole build. We got everything put together. I can just add those in after the fact, and we're gonna get stuff downloading overnight, because again, as I told you, to actually test this the way we want to, we gotta load up that drive with a bunch of different games. So we're gonna do that, and then you guys will see the final form with the fans when they show up.
I found an RGB strip.
That too.
All right, guys, so we ran the OCCT bronze certificate just to make sure things were super stable here and the temperature concerns I had, and so far it passed, no problems there. We go through the monitoring report though. Let's let everything load up here. Our CPU did hit a max of about 86.5 degrees Celsius. That is under like worst case scenario load and what this PC probably would be under if we did a video render on it. A little warm for a Ryzen 5 7600, but it is within normal operating temperature to where I'm not too concerned, and we had no downclocking. Everything was locked in at the clock speed we wanted it to be, so I could probably add a few holes to this server rack, which we might do on a final install just to give it a little more breathability. But once we get the real fans installed, which right now again we're running the stock fans, I don't think it's gonna make a difference in temperature at all. It's gonna make the noise a lot lower. I think we'll be good to go, but for the sake of this video and just keeping things moving, because it's been a couple days and the fans still haven't shown up, Amazon's being a little slow today, we're gonna go ahead and try to do some gaming benchmarks to show you guys what this 5060 low profile performs like with the CPU. So I'm gonna load up a couple games and show you all what this thing can do. All right, guys, we are in Arc Raiders, and if someone could tell me how I could properly benchmark this game without losing my loot every single round when I rage quit, let me know. But we're currently running 1440p high settings with DLSS set to auto, and we're getting about 100 FPS. I mean, this game just runs really well. I like showing it because it's a popular game right now. And our server is running pretty good. I'm just using Steam's overlay because, well, I'm not going to want to have Afterburner on this thing anyways whenever we get this thing deployed. So I'm just going to not install Afterburner so I don't forget about it. But we're going to run around, show you guys what kind of FPS we're getting. But hey, it's a 5060. I mean, it's a solid GPU. It's going to get good FPS in games. Again, gaming is not going to be its priority here, but if you guys ever want to deploy some sort of rack mount gaming PC build, there's no reason you couldn't do that with this 5060 and similar combo. It just so happens our purpose is more overkill in terms of having just a Steam cache server with a bunch of gaming hardware that can be utilized for, I don't know, things like rendering video and just stuff that we do around the office. Torn blankets and chemicals. Wow, that seems so exciting. I feel like that's important. That's some, is that a toaster? I want a toaster, I'll take a toaster. See, I have my gun. Jackson did some benchmarking the last run, and I lost my guns. So I have one Rattler with no ammo because he took all the ammo when he redeployed. So that's, you know, it is what it is in this game. Where do I go to extract is the question. Let me go into here, see if I can find anything. Oh, anything in here? Cleaning supplies, a power bank. I feel like it has to be worth something, right? Wow, I'm master looter. Oh! I need that elevator to come up now. All right, there's the elevator. Get in there, boy, get in there. Get me out of here. Hey, let's go. Hey, Arc Raiders. It runs fine. It runs pretty dang good. Let's try another game. All right, guys, we are now in Battlefield 6, because of course we are. Oh goodness, my teammate's down. And we're getting 100 FPS. We're currently running DLSS set to balanced at 1440p on high settings and getting 100 FPS. Little 5060 doing good things here, ladies and gentlemen. I know it says FrameGen FG, but I don't think there's FrameGen running. I don't know why it's saying FrameGen's running. I'll have to check that real quick to verify, but I don't think FrameGen is on. But I'll die here momentarily and we'll be able to verify that. Ugh, my entire team is dying around me. What do I do? But if FrameGen's running, I ain't noticing it. It's pretty smooth. Yeah, let's pause right here. It looks like my team's gonna run. Go up here. Let's do graphics, advanced. Yeah, there's no FrameGen running. I don't know why it's saying FrameGen. Maybe it's confusing DLSS with FrameGen, but there's that. And then we're running high settings. So, okay, whatever. Something about, again, like as we're getting in our like rack mount PC era, something about a rack mount PC is just kind of cool, you know? It's definitely that next level of PC gamer. If you're like getting into networking and stuff, that you want to just rack mount your PC with all your other stuff, have a really cool setup. All right. I'm trying to defib you. I was literally gonna defib you, bro. Keep on rolling, 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 rolling. Oh! Nice try, buddy. This is how you play Battlefield, ladies and gentlemen. Those who keep dying and they're like, why do I keep dying in this game? It's because you're not prone like a real Battlefield gamer. This is more my speed as I become Unk status. I play Battlefield. I don't play Call of Duty. We got a dub. We just run those. Battlefield running good. Arc Raiders running good. A let's try one more game, just for the sake of it. All right, just for the fun of it, I had to load up some CS2 just to give you all some esports action here. We're currently running 1440p higher settings, getting 300 plus FPS. Really, I don't even know why I'm testing this game. It just feels like it's my responsibility whenever I build a PC. I have to test CS. It's my responsibility as a PC gamer, don't you think, guys? CS has kind of become the Fortnite of this channel as we've aged. We don't test Fortnite nearly as much, I'm just saying. But maybe we should bring it back. I heard there was an update that people are actually quite enjoying in Fortnite. So if that's the case, you want me to bring back Fortnite, let me know. That's gonna be the only downside with this server setup, is the only app that supports in-network transfer right now is Steam. So whenever we download games like Fortnite or anything on Battle.net, whenever the new Call of Duty comes out, because I know we're gonna be testing that a lot, we will still be using network resources there, but it does save us a lot of bandwidth not having to install everything from the internet every single time. So this is still an improvement. Faux show. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh, they disconnected. Going up one. Yep. Got him. Boom. Ah, that guy's competent. Hey, benchmarks, gaming performance, pretty dang good. Obviously, not the focus of what we're using this thing for. This is not going to be a gaming server. That's not what we're doing here. But the performance is good in terms of gaming performance. The performance is good in terms of gaming performance. We're just going to run with that take. We're waiting for the fans to show up. They should be arriving later today. So as long as they show up today, for you guys, it's gonna be the same video. We have those fans swapped out. We'll get this ready to mount on our rack, and then we'll remote in and make sure everything's working.
It's a good day, guys. The fans are here. Woo! I think these are going to be quite the upgrade here. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to swap out these MATX fans, which served their purpose for a short period of time. We're going to get rid of them, and hopefully the big goal here, and this is totally just gamer related, we want to add proper RGB. Right now we have an RGB strip in there that is still wedged in there, but I will say you don't really see it whenever we actually put the fans in. So we'll see if we can come up with a better idea for that. But you know,
we add more.
Yeah, we add more. That's what it is. I mean, right now, look, it's like pinched up against it. Yeah, we figured while we're doing this, we just go ahead and go down the route of drilling a couple holes here for the CPU. It's not within overheating territory, but I mean, might as well be a little more safe.
A lot of metal shavings. The vacuums are for, I guess.
All right, guys, I got the fans installed, looking pretty good. I mean, they're on right now, and it's basically silent. Now, Jackson did make a good point. We'll have to see if that actually impacts the temperatures at all, because they might be running at a lower RPM. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But they are designed, I would assume we'll check the BIOS to monitor CPU temp, which is the only thing I'm really worried about inside this build. So we'll see how that goes long term. But Jackson modified the side panel. We're going to be flipping this fan to exhaust, so we have a fan filter to exhaust air out the top. Getting the fan filter on, it's going to look so much better. And then we'll be good to go.
All right, we think we found an even better way. So watch some magic happen, guys. It's crazy. This is like, it's like this was designed for this. Look at the size.
Wow, the fitment is actually...
Just need to make sure I get it all the way tucked in.
Make sure it doesn't cause any problems.
I mean, look at that. It literally goes right to the end.
Now, the company made this case. If you want to give us some money for this invention and you go ahead and implement it on your servers, the gaming edition.
Because every gamer needs a gaming server. Look at that. They even have the spot for the cable to come out of.
Here she is. Let's see what the RGB looks like.
I like this power switch. Ooh! Oh. My God, it's bright, dude. Look at that. Wow.
Oh! It reminds me of like one of those Office PC mods.
But like, good.
But like, really good. We made a gaming server. All right, so what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna get all the YouTube logistics out of the way. Then we're going to put this on our rack, get it all hooked up, make sure we can remote in and make sure everything works, show you guys what we're even doing this for, and then wrap this video up, because this thing is pretty cool. We raised this thing since it was a child. It is now ready to go to work. If you guys haven't seen our Ubiquity video, you're gonna see our Ubiquity setup back here again. Oh. And then we gotta figure out the proper placement of where this is gonna go.
I think right here is good.
It's just sitting on the floor.
Oh, I forgot. I should probably plug all this in ahead of time, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to get behind it.
I do have Parsec installed, so in theory, if you plug it on and it is a startup app, I shouldn't even need to plug up this display, worst case. I just brought this just in case it doesn't pop up for whatever reason, but really I could just plug up a keyboard, hit enter a few times, and we'll be in. And this thing will just run. That part I was wondering too. I don't know if that's gonna need some snips.
Well, no, you know what? Maybe I can go right above it. Let's see.
Guys, I would help him, but this is a very narrow hallway. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here.
This has one design to it.
He wanted the top-down POV. Here it is. We're trying here. I'm here for moral support. I don't know what.
I wish I had like a jack stand to like hold this shit.
Gamer server, gamer server.
I feel like I just gave birth.
Look at this.
It took so much longer than it needed to.
Yeah, the little we call cage nuts, we're realizing some of them are way tighter than others, and yeah, we're just using ones that are literally on this rack, so, you know. All right, guys, the server is mounted and everything's looking good. We'll show you guys what the Parsec login looks like in just a second, how I can actually access this thing, but we gotta see if this actually works. We have a PC right here, which I will say is a little bit limited by its SSD, so the transfer is not gonna look super fast, but hey, look at that. We're transferring from our local network PC, which this right here is the server rack, so it is transferring right now, and I think, oh, look, it's getting a little quicker. Look at it go. But as you guys can see, this is awesome because we are not using any of our internet bandwidth. We're just transferring this over the network, and that PC is ready to start sending all these games to the desktops we test. And look, it's going nice and quick. Super, super cool. Let's go ahead and show you guys what it's like to remote into this thing and wrap this video up. All right, guys, the rack mount PC is done. Just to prove it to you guys, I have Parsec pulled up on my Apple device. Don't be scared. Look at that, guys.
Now it's a Windows device.
Wow, we're remoted in, and it's working just fine. So
I like the background.
Yeah, no, the background Steam. Perfect for our Steam caching server. But if you guys want to build a rack-mounted PC, it's actually quite simple. You can use the links down below. There are affiliate links, and they will help us out. It's a fun project.
Yeah, guys, we hope you enjoyed today's different type of video. If you did, let us know down below. And don't forget to check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
And make sure you guys check out PCBros.tech. That's actually kind of where we're at right now is PC Bros territory. They're probably gonna shoo us out soon.
They might. We're causing a ruckus here. But you can buy a gaming PC today. You just go ToastyBros on checkout. You will save 3% of your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Ding dong.